ይህ በድንቅ ቲቪ የተሰናዳ የሚቀርብላችሁ ድንቅ ምሽት የተሰኘው ፕሮግራማችን ነው። ለመሆኑ ቆይታችሁን አዲስ አበባ ከሚገኘው ከድንቅ ስቱዲዮ Bobby Abeselom.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Dink or as we call it, Dink After Hours. We are bringing in a very good friend of mine in tech. His name is Temesgen Gebrehiwot. All right, let me tell you about this name. Most of you guys know the apps, most of you guys know the company, but you do not know the man behind it, and today we're going to sit down and talk to him. Now, I don't know what you guys use for an app to order food, to get your favorite restaurants right into your door, but this guy created, I would say, the first really efficient delivery system that you've ever had in Ethiopia. I've used a lot of different apps, honestly, guys, but the only one that I personally use and that I've really enjoyed is Zmall. And honestly, guys, you got to use that app. It's just simply amazing. Customer service is amazing. And this is the founder that we're going to sit down and talk to. He has a background in, of course, I mean, to say tech is not doing it justice because this guy has a PhD. So this is a show that we talk to people that are amazing, that are young, dynamic, you know, that are changing the world. They could be anywhere in the world out there. You guys are probably watching from the US, you guys are probably watching from Europe, but these are Ethiopians that have come back to their country and saying, look, I gotta contribute to my country. I gotta contribute and give back, right? So this is what this show is about, Dink Mishit. Not in a very formal way. We're gonna have a few drinks and we're gonna get to know the man behind the company. So he's the founder of not only Zmall, but Ep-3, which is actually the first taxi hailing company. Most of you guys know companies, other companies. Let's just say you guys know other companies, right? The most prominent one being Ride. But would you believe there was actually a company that my friend started before all of them? And so this is the man we're going to talk to. It's going to be a fascinating conversation, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about AI. We're going to talk about Bitcoin. We're going to talk about technology. We're going to talk about everything. So brace yourself. I'm so excited to introduce my friend Temesgen Gebrehiwot. So guys, without further ado, let me introduce you to a very good friend of mine, a maverick, a disruptor, and someone who really wants to see change through the lens of technology in Ethiopia, my dear friend, Temesgen Gebrehiwot. Put your hands together, guys. My man, what's going on? Salam? Good to see you. Huh?
What an introduction.
You like that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I didn't mind. It's true. Salam?
How are you? How you doing?
I'm good, I'm good. Good to see you.
Pleasure seeing you as well.
Sama, what are you drinking? This is a show that's late night. I know that you're very busy.
I was wondering, I'm a Jolie.
You're a Jolie.
I came after work.
You came after work. This is where it's at. So, my bad. You know, this is Ami, our bartender. Danana? And then, but I'm a bartender. Always, no? So, what are you drinking? I mean,
I don't know.
Something
you
have, huh?
Something after work.
Something after work?
Yes.
This is Jolie. We met here.
Yeah.
How many years ago? Right? I remember you were still a student. You were doing your PhD.
I came for vacation, yes.
You came for vacation?
Yes.
And I think Zabar Lahone, you were like, Bobby,
Yes.
yo, you gotta, you know, technology is the future.
Yes.
Technology is the future. But at that time, you were doing technology.
At that time, we were doing some crazy things, actually. We were doing brain-computer interface research. We were doing autonomous vehicles, autonomous drones, something very high-end. We were mining Bitcoin.
You were doing Bitcoin?
2012, yes.
At that time?
Yes.
Oh my God. Thank you, Amini.
Thank you.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
Thank you
Good
for
to have
having
you
me.
on this show.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Cheers to the wonderful audience.
We might get some delivered to them.
Of course. So, you know, at that time I didn't እውነቱን ለመናገር ብዙ understand አላረኩትም። ገብቷል ማለት? Like, I'm like, ይሄ ልጅ ምንድን ነው የሚለኝ? እኔ ለምስናራት በጥቼ ይሄ ሁሉ ቴክኖሎጂ በዚህ ገባ በዛ እንደዚህ like even at that time Uber was barely just getting started.
It was getting started, yes.
So like how did you get into this? Like what's the situation?
Tech, I was always in tech. Actually, I loved tech since I was, you know, going into lycée. I had a small ቤት ውስጥ ትንሽ ሾፕ ነበረች አጸዳድቼ. I was always interested in maintaining stuff. I was always interested in tech. Actually, I had my first company when I was 16, 17 years old. I started the first, there was አነስተኞች ምናምን የሚባል ነገር ነበር. So, there's a license አውጥቼ ነበር. I used to do hard drive recovery, hard disk recovery, and maintenance. Then እያደገ ሄደ somehow ብቻ. Then tech was always my passion. South Korea was always in my eyes. It was the country that I saw a huge revolution in tech. They strongly believe in R&D, which I believe in completely.
Okay.
So, Zihil Kotamarukun undergrad, then went to South Korea. I went for my master's actually, surprisingly.
You started with your master's?
I went for my master's. Again, the funny enough, you actually having drinks. I met someone and now we started talking. Sonara, I told him about, I was always curious about brain because we know how, you know, our biceps work, triceps and everything, but nobody knows about brain.
Like the human brain?
Yes, nobody knows about brain. Like, you know, how it works, conscious, subconscious. I was always into that, but I'm not because I wanted to use it, you know, to the fullest. Memory techniques and all that. So, you know, by the way, our lab just got funded for brand new EEG ማለት electroencephalography device አለ. Medically ይሄ epilepsy ነው ቼክ የሚደረግበት ነው. ይሄን ሳወራ why not ተባብለን ሪሰርች ጀመሩ. ገና እንደሄድኩ. So that's what pivoted everything around to PhD ምናምን. We started doing brain computer interface research. We started lab join አደረኩ. So South Korea fascinating የሚያደርግ ነገር አገሪቱ ያደገችው ምክንያት ምንድነው? ፕሮፌሰር ራሱ ላብ አለው. The lab gets funded by private companies. So the innovation is fast. So I joined the lab. When I was junior researcher, because I was senior researcher, we used to do South Korea. Our first research, our first research was brain-computer interface, not emotion detection. So we wanted to measure emotion using EEG. So that means university used to do so. የሚያስደስታቸው ሙዚቃና የሚያስከፋቸው ሙዚቃ ወይም የሚያሳዝናቸው sad music አይሰጡንም ከሳይለንት ጋር አድርገን EEG measure እናድርግ ሰጥተናቸው ብለን that's what our first research. So surprisingly our brain electronic ነው የሚሰራው it's an electric. So EEG የሚሰራው electroencephalography is measuring those energy. እሱን ከኢሞሽን ጋር ማፕ ማድረግ ነበር እኛ የምንሰራው. That's called BCI, brain computer interface ይባላል. What Neuralink and all that is doing, that's brain computer brain interface.
Okay.
So BCI is measuring your brain. The Neuralink is taking that, making sense of that, and actually putting input as well. We wanted to build human applications. Like for example, we mapped brain and blink. That's one of my papers that I published.
Okay.
The blink, we know your emotions. So we know if a person is happy or not based on blink. We mapped. That's one of the papers. So yeah, you know, paper published in German. My professor said, why not push it for PhD? And not more, but at the same time, no, Bitcoin was a hot shot
at that time.
So Satoshi Nakamoto and all that.
Yeah.
So we started doing Bitcoin mining as well. There's any mining software, but you have to build it yourself.
What is like? Explain a little more. What's like Bitcoin mining software, like all that?
Okay.
Talk to us. What is Bitcoin, by the way? For like.
So basically how you encrypt your emails and all that right now. Is ሁለት ነገር አለ hash የሚባል algorithm አለ. There's a number, there's a function.
Okay.
So you put A and B. I'm putting it in a layman term.
Please.
You put A and B in it, and then it gives you a 16-digit hash code.
Okay.
So you cannot put the hash code back and then get A and B. ይሄ ማለት security ነው ዓለም ላይ security የሚሰራበት. So what Bitcoin is basically, you have the hash, you have the output of the hash, you have B, find A. That's what mining is. So there's a blockchain, a chain of how this goes. So that's actually what mining is.
Okay.
And we were doing that in 2013 actually.
Because, you know, a lot of people, including myself, they think that Bitcoin it's this. It deals with currency, cryptocurrency.
It is.
Like, you know, changing. It's going to change
yes.
how we. do business, how
Yes.
we, right? The economy, it's going to change.
It will.
It will?
It will. I
And,
think. I believe so too. Because decentralization is the future of the world.
Right?
Yes, that's what I think is going to happen. It's happening actually. So Hyundai used to give us vehicle and do the computer vision part. We used to do that. Our lab used to do that. We get funds for that. But whenever we talk about Bitcoin, nobody gives us funds. And then we used to order PCs with high graphic interface potential or capacity,
Right.
and then we unscrew the GPUs, we assemble them, and we try to mine using. ላብራቶሪ ዳቦ ቤት ነበር የሚመስለው ያለ ጮሂት ነበር በጣም ቢትኮይን ማይን ያደረግንባቸው ማለት ግን funny stuff ግን environment ይፈቅድልሃል to go to think outside the box like Joey ይፈቅድልሃል ያ ነገር ነበር
think outside that is the motto think outside the box think outside the bole. You're in Korea, South Korea.
Yes.
ከዚህ ጋር ለማያዝ not to go off topic, but I want to make a statement. But there was a time the Ethiopian government, በኃይለ ሥላሴ ጊዜ, helped
yes.
Korea
Yes.
fight a war.
True.
But now, today, they're so advanced.
የሉም
Yeah.
I swear they're leaving in 2080 ነው የሉም ያሉት
But ጥለው ሄደዋል።
የሉም
Okay, so right. So it just shows you ምን ያህል እንትን እንዳለ, right?
There's a
So
gap in things.
education, so they believe in education, they believe in ideas.
They believe in research and development. They believe in R&D. That's the secret of Korea being massive. ያው በአብዛኛው ከኛ በላይ እኔ በቅርብ ነው ሀሳብ የተለወጠው እዚህ ሀገር ከቆየሁ በኋላ ኢትዮጵያ ከተመለስኩ እንጂ ድሮ ማስበው ሁሉም ሰው the same brain አለው ብዬ ነበር. So I think that ግና ሳውዝ ኮሪያ research and development serious ናቸው. Let me tell you a funny story. ድርጅት ልንከፍት ነበር. አውቶኖመስ ድሮን መስራት ጀመርን.
Where, here or there?
South Korea.
South Korea.
So ይሄ ሪሰርች በጣም እያደገ መጣ. So someone was interested to make it a company.
Sure.
So my professor approach አደረገው. ፕሮፌሰር ይላል በቃ እኔ እሱ እና አንድ ኢንጂነር ሆነ ልንከፍት ድርጅቱ ታሰበ. So ሶስት ኢንጂነር ነን. አይዲያው ምንድነው ድሮን ይሄድና ማፒንግ ለመስራት ነው የሆነ ኤሪያ ማፒንግ. So ይሄ ነገር ሲፈጠር ሶስት ኢንጂነር ነን. we need a lot of coding. በቃ ምን ያህል በሪሰርች እንደሚያምኑ የምታውቀው አንዳችንን ሪሰርች ውስጥ ነው የመደቡ. ስለዚህ ሁለቱ ኢንጂነር 24 ሰዓት ይሰራሉ አንዱ ሊያጠና ነው ዓለም ላይ ማን ምን ሞከረ ስለዚህ ነገር ላይ አውቶኖመስ ድሮን ለመስራት ወይ ማፒንግ ለመስራት ምን ሰራ. So they're very strong in research. Hyundai 10,000 researchers in it. Can you believe this? Hyundai the car company.
So in the 1950s and the 1940s America ተቀደምን ብሎ ሲያስቡ they put everything into education.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes.
They were like that's it.
Yeah.
Like forget buildings ምናምን from the Roman times, forget the Greek time, forget it all. Put everything into education.
They're well-planned buildings with modern equipment where children in training for their life as citizens of a free country can develop the best qualities of heart and mind. This is Billy. He's 4 and has only just started school. This is Mary. She's 11 and old enough to think her hood vastly unbecoming. John is nearly 13, and at the moment aeroplanes are his chief interest in life. Hurry up, says Mary, you always start messing about when it's time to go to school. Don't forget to put your scarf on when you come home today, says Mother. It's very cold. Billy's school is for children between the ages of 4 and 7. It's newly built and is a pleasant place in which to learn or teach. Billy, as a matter of fact, hardly knows that he's learning anything. But in 4 weeks, he has actually learned quite a lot. He's learned to hang up his clothes on his own peg, for instance. He knows it's his peg because of that chicken painted above it. Every child has a different symbol to tell him which is his mug, and toothbrush, and towel. Every day, even the tiniest children learn the simple habits of hygiene. These are first steps in that character training. The hook on which he hangs his towel is a peg, perhaps, on which Billy will learn to hang many other important things too. Games such as the sandpit help the children to develop their team spirit, and of course you must always leave things tidy for those who come after you. And the slide too helps to train decent members of the community. Here, you go back and wait your turn. The teachers are setting Billy and his friends to work on various occupations. This isn't just haphazard play. It's a method by which the children acquire all sorts of experiences as a background to reading, writing, and numbers. They learn to express themselves in paint and chalk. The junior school is for children from 7 to 11. Reading, writing, and arithmetic are now skills which have to be practiced seriously. Although group consciousness is now well developed, the teacher never forgets that every one of these children is an individual, with a mind to be explored for special characteristics that may need bringing out. There are certain talents so pronounced that they seem ripe for development, and some that need special encouragement. But while the child is getting proficient in reading, writing, and arithmetic, he is expected to think and act independently. At Mary's school, ears and eyes are encouraged to be wide open on country walks, and specimens are taken back for the natural history table in the classroom.
And within a few generations, this is something that I'm very passionate about. That's why I'm talking about this. Okay. They changed it. They changed everything. They started to understand technology. Do you know that most of the scientists, American scientists, are not even American? They're German.
They're not, yes.
They took them from Germany after World War II.
They created a land of opportunity.
Absolutely.
Yes. At least they sold it that way.
No, absolutely. Thank you. They said, we don't care if you're even Nazis. If you've got a brain, come, work for us, and we forgive you.
Yes.
That's how important it was. Schools, men. And I just wish this government, this industry knew how education, technology is so important. It just takes maximum 20 years and you could change everything.
It is. Look at South Korea. ዱቄት ነበሩ 1952 ላይ after the war, South Korea was completely demolished. Only Busan የምትባል አንድ ከተማ ነበር የቀረቻቸው። ከዛ perceive አድርገው they built this. So, let me tell you a surprising story about South Korea. So መንግስት ነው የሚበደርላቸው ለድርጅቶቹ ታውቃለህ ላሉት ሳምሰንግ ምናምን መንግስት ኃላፊነት ወስዶ ተበድሮላቸዋል። Funny enough, recession የሆነ ሳለ the first recession hit ሲያደርግ መከፈል ነበርበት ሄደ። ሳውዝ ኮሪያ ትንሽ ፋይናንስ ችግር ነበር። ከዛ መንግስት ምን ጠየቀ ያላችሁን ወርቅ አዋጡ ብሎ 20 million people signed up for that.
Are you serious?
They're one people. They're one. I'm not saying they're the best human, again, achieving technology wise, I don't think nobody's even close.
How long were you there?
6 years.
You were there for 6 years?
Masters or the PhD ተለወጠ.
Masters would be.
Yes. It was fascinating. That's why I DJ'd there, you know. ሙዚቃ ከድሮ ጀምሮ ወድ ነበር።
ስለሱ እናወራለን።
Funny enough, you know, recently YouTube channel እንደነበረኝ ያወቅኩት recently ነው 2015 ላይ YouTube channel ከፍቼ ነበር። I used to remix music.
Zmall, I remember you Zimat Jolie when we were here. The first time I didn't even know what the heck you were talking about, but then a few times I put you, I was like, oh shit, DJ, and you were actually very good. Like, you knew music.
Surprisingly, so Octagon is the 6th biggest club in the world, ranked by DJ Mag. It's big, South Korea. You have to be top notch to DJ there. So, as you know, ሰፈር ውስጥ የጀመርናት birthday party DJ ምናምን roll ያረጋ I met ሰፈር ውስጥ እኔ ዩኒቨርሲቲ አካባቢ ያለ ቤት ልደቴን ላክብርና DJ ላርግ ብዬ እዛ ነው ጀመርኩት። So everybody liked it. ከዛም ያደገ ሄደው እና እኔ ደግሞ house music I love it. Reggae እና house is my music. ከዛ በዛ እየሄደ እዚህም ያለው DJ ያረግ ነበር. I used to have a lot of music collection. ቤት እኔ እንዳለው የሚታወቀው ሙዚቃ ሲጮህ ነበር ማለት ተም ያለ ከዛ ብቻ ፕሮሰስ ተደረገ ልክ እያደገ ሲሄድ ፕሮዲዩሰር ተዋወቅኩኝ በጣም ኢንትረስቲንግ ፕሮዲዩሰር እና ኤጀንት አለው ዲጄ ነው he's good DJ ከዛ አብረን መስራት ጀመርን ነው አንድ ቀን እሱ he used to work at Octagon ሙዚቃ ጮህ አይጮህብም
because the sound
is so quality sound ጮህ አይጮህም you can talk ምናምን የጮህ ነው በጣም surprisingly እሱ ታመመና ነገር ቀረ then we met the owner ምናምን ጥሩ ነበር ሞክር ተባልኩ that's how Octagon DJ አደረኩት.
So you DJ'd in Octagon, the biggest.
So you have to be, you cannot make mistake. He beat the overlap አደረገ sound quality 300 kilobytes አለ music quality 357 kilobits per second ወረደ ነቅሎ የሚያበሩ ምንም አይሰሙ there በቃ ዲጄነት እዛ ነው የገባኝ እንዴት ስራ እንደሆነ በቃ ስራ ስለ pre-preparation አለ ሙዚቃ quality but there were so many softwares that ሙዚቃው በዛ መሄድ አለበት arrange ተደርጎ
guys I'm not joking but you were really a great DJ. And I didn't even know. That's why I'm going to be very honest with you, Tame. I didn't even know who the heck you were. Because and that DJ Talala, and then DJ said, okay, this guy's a DJ. Hell no, he's not a doctor. He's not doing his PhD, right? So years later, of course, I would find out you'd start this company, ETA. So let's go back. You do your PhD in Korea. I mean, in you were still a student.
Yes.
That we didn't understand how dynamic you were. You were this PhD student for vacation. We'd party together. We'd have a great time because I love you. Like you're this cool guy.
That's what
but I didn't even know if you were real. But I'm like, I'll party with you. But I don't think this guy's a. Oh, I mean, thank you. But I'm perfect. By the way, this is our bartender. We have different bartenders. Every now and then.
I love Jolie.
Yeah, Jolie bartender.
Jolie ከገባ እኮ ትንሽ upgrade እንዳደረክ ነበር ድሮ የሚቆጠረው። Jolie ከገባ upgrade እንዳደረክ ነበር የሚቆጠረው።
It
was the spot.
Thank you, brother. Honestly, Izami, you're so young. You're still young. You're a very young kid.
ውስጤ ትልቅ ሽማግሌ አለ። So this is, by the way, recently, funny story. Like you said, Bobby, I love that you understand. That's one of the reasons I love you. A lot of people talk big games in Ethiopia.
Yeah.
None of them do the bank to do ቃሉን አትወጣም ገንዘቡ። It's the same thing. ምን ተፈጠረ መሰለህ? እኛ ዚሞል አደገ። የኛን ድርጅት ክራሽ ላደረገው ነበር። because ዛኔ one man show ነበር። There was people working with me ግን በጣም ሎድ ነበር በድርጅቱ ላይ። ለምን ሴትልመንት አለ there is so many ከኋላ የሚሰራ ብዙ ነገር አለ ዚሞል ላይ እና ከዛ I said okay ማድረግ ከፈለግን we have to change how we operate everything how to be automated and they don't perfectionist by nature ከዛ ለራሴ በቃ ምን ብዬ ምንድነው ERP መጠቀም አለብን automation ከኋላ መጠቀም አለብን ስል one shoe fits all one size fits all ነው አብዛኛው ካምፓኒ ERP ፕሮቫይድ የሚያደርገው so I wanted to be customizable እንደ ልቤ ማኒፕሌት ማድረግ የምችለው ፓይተን እና ጃቫስክሪፕት ላይ ቤዝድ የሆነ መሆን አለበት ብዬ ሳስብ I found Odo. So Odon say I studied there. ድሮ ጀምሮ አውቀዋለሁ by the open ERP የነበረ አውቃለሁ ግን I was not a fan of ERP. ዚሞል ለብቻው ራሱን የቻለ ሲስተም ነው ወደዋል ግን እነዚህ ነገሮች ሊንክ ማድረግ አለባቸው ብዬ የራሴን ችግር ስፈታ I understood automatically that ይሄ ሁሉም ጋር አንተ እናንተ one thing I love about you that is by the way ለሰው ማስቀናበት ነገር ነው every 2 weeks we have lunch እናንተ about አዲስ ነገር ምናወራበት ለምን ቮይስ የሆነ ነገር አመጣለሁ ምናምን እና እዛኔ ስናወራ you were extremely busy ከሌላው ጊዜ እና ሳወራ ቀሰነ ምናምን ማለት እንግዲህ በደንብ የተገነባ ድርጅት automation መኖር አለበት ብለን አሁን actually surprisingly የሚገርም ነገር ያለንበት ደረጃ implementation ላይ ከዛ በላይ ነው ገብቷል we push it to the level that አሁን ለምሳሌ እናንተ ጋር የሰራነው የካስተማይዜሽን ማአት ለምን ያመጣነው ነገር ምንድነው how ቀስተለምና already በስነ ስርዓት የሚሰራ ስለሆነ ያደገው automation ሲጨመርበት ቀስተለምና automate ነው እንጂ የምታደርገው ነው እንደዚህ ስሩ ብላ አታደርገው so ለዛ ነው የኦዶ ፓርትነር የሆነና አሁን we have many clients and I'm very happy about that side ለምን ያሉኝ ቲሞችም they don't believe they're doing ERP they believe የኦነሩን ቪዥን እዛ ማስቀመጥ አለብን because ቦቢ ማሰብ ያለበት አስርምን አንዴ ነው ስትራር አፍሪካ ወስደው or such kind of things ነው እንጂ እንትና ተከፈለው እንትና አልተከፈለውም ከሆነ that's the problem ለምን እኔም እንትን ነበርኩ I was a slave of my own company አሁን ለሀገር ፋውንደር ሆንክ ረፍት አገኛለሁ ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ ፋውንደር ሆንክ አለቀልህ ልብስ ይጠፋ ነው የምትሮጠው
ሲስተሙ it has to work for you right
it has to because አሁን ጠዋት 5 am ነው ሁሌ የምነሳው every day ከዛ I go to my office the first thing I do is በቃ ታስኮች አሉ ለሳምንት አስተናርቋቸው እነሱ ነው ያለው ከዛ በኋላ I have to keep my team inspired we have young developers አሁን እኮ I have 110 staff by the way most of our staff fresh graduates ነው ያገ ይገባል I like them like that ለምን ብዙ ሰው አሁን ለምሳሌ ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ ነገር ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ ቦቢ ቴክ ማለት ቻሌንጂንግ ቦታ ነው ለምን አሁን ሪሞት ወርኪንግ አለ ጥሩ ገንዘብ የሚያገኙበት Upwork የሚባል ካምፓኒ ነው ገብቷል people online ይሰሩና በዶላር ያገኛሉ እኛ ስታርታፕ ሆነ how can you face ያህን ደሞዝ ማች ማድረጋት
ለማያቅሰው ERP because ገና አገራችን ውስጥ ኢትዮጵያ we are still trying to understand what is ERP.
So we work in retail. I think when I believe it's not my ego speaking in retail like we're the best we know. So ERP ማለት is automating your business. Your business how to be automated. And ለምሳሌ እኔ ድርጅት ውስጥ I see አንድ ዳሽቦርድ ብቻ every day. የፕሮጀክቶች የሚነግረኝ የድርጅቴን ፋይናንሻል ሄልዝ የሚነግረኝ everything on dashboard ነው ማለት ይሄን ነገር አይቼ I make decision I strategize ጠዋት ገብቼ ምን ሌላ የሚያጨንቅ ነገር የለም. So ERP ማለት is a complete automation of your ideas and your thoughts in your business. Your business is your thoughts. አንተ ያሰብከው ነገር ነው ይሰራል አይደል? So automate ከተደረገ ማለት ስለ ኢንቨንተሪ አንተ የምትጨነቅ ከሆነ ሹፌር የት እንደሄደ የምትጨነቅ ከሆነ ፋይናንስ ምን ሰራ የምትጨነቅ ከሆነ አንተ ሰራተኛ ነው founder አይደለም ወይ ደግሞ ኢኖቬተር አይደለም. So ያህን ነው ERP የሚያጠፋል. You have to automate your back office.
I remember the first time honestly that once we launched you call it going live.
Go live, yes.
Go live.
UAT kaza go live, yes.
It took us what 6 months to go live?
2 months.
Well, everything to go to
everything 6 months.
Of everything 6 months. But by the way, which is still a good intent, right? 6 months, we went live. 2 months, we're still in it, but I could literally take out my phone. America, when I travel, anywhere I go, I watch everything.
Yes, this is a dedication. It's not only us. It's not only Odo. We customize so many things for you. Intelligence in a baroque astronomers, and also I learned a lot. By the way, we had a meeting with retail, one of the biggest retailers in Ethiopia supermarket. Sonora, one of the big implementation is Bambi supermarket. Yans Narag, college in the Gabon.
Bambi Sizachutal account, is it under Odu?
Everything we re-engineered it, business re-engineering Sartana.
Okay.
They completely automate our Bambi knows and inventory, everything.
What is business re-engineering?
Business re-engineering is serious. For example, on Bambi, we completely changed everything, how they operate. Inventory simet and this name metal, name mishetal. And the Akazians to this was what do I have to do? Financially, indeed, know the process of finance.
Let me ask you, how deeply is your company involved? Because a lot of people in Misamut, they're intimidated. They think that it's going to be complicated. We don't know how to do this. Like I will not get the support I want. If there was a company out there that chose to pick you,
yes,
to work with you, how much will you guide them? Like
only 2 things. You saw it yourself. አንደኛ ከ10 ድርጅት በላይ አንሰራም ባለት it's too much. ከ10 ድርጅት በላይ የሚሰራ ሰው ካለ ማውራት የለም። It's too much of a work.
Because you want to be hands-on.
It's a relationship. It's a marriage. And አሁን ቀስተረ መናቆስ ኮን አልወጣንም ወጥተናል አልቋል go live ነው we're still there. ሌላ ነገር እያሰብን ነው ጭራሽ ማርኬቲንግ እንዴት አውቶሜት እናድርግ ምናምን ለኔም ፓሽን የለም ገብቷል. So 10 ድርጅት ነው የምንወስደው. We make sure everybody knows about the system. We make sure. በጣም ሲሪየስ ነን. We're devoted ደግሞ we're evolving company. አሁን ለምሳሌ ድሮ አክሰስ አንሰጥም ነበር ለሲስተሙ user acceptance test ካላለፈ አሁን ግን ገና
say that again.
UAT user acceptance test.
What is that?
So we show the company in the product ይሄን ነው የሚመስለው sample data አስገብተን we make them run the operation. በጣም ሰላም ነው ካሉ ከዛ we go live. ያን ከማረጋችሁ በፊት ከዛ ትሬኒንግ እንሰጥ ነበር. አሁን ግን እሱን ተው. As soon as we sign contract, automatically chat, calendar, ምናምን ሲስተሙን ይጠቀሙ ነበር so that people adapt. ከዛ ደግሞ we do off-site training እና on-site training. We focus on people. At the end of the day, ሰው ነው ለሰው መድኃኒቱ. So we focus on people a lot.
Okay, let's go back. There's Zmall, ETA, ምናምን. Let's go back to the core companies that is you. ይሄ ሁሉ Odu is a company that you bring in. ምታመጣው ነው ምናምን. ድሮ ነው ኡበር አለ ታክሲ እኔ I'm old school sometimes እና ታክሲ ነው ማዘው ምናምን እንደዚህ ብዬ when I say taxi ማለት I would go to the street taxi እንደዚህ ነው ማቆም ታፋጭ ተምረው ምናምን እንደዛ like ውጭ ሀገር ደግሞ የታክሲ ሌን ይባላል where you just walk over there እንደዚህ ሀገር ባይሆንም በዛን ጊዜ በድሮ ጊዜ ታክሲ ሌን You don't you know which corner they're in.
They will be, yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you go there. So I remember, I'll never forget that. They're like, oh, why don't you call Uber? This was so a while back. I was like, what is Uber? I remember, when we met, I'm creating the Uber ስትለኝ, I'm like, I didn't even understand what Uber was then, ገና. But you were doing it. You were about to do it. Now, so ETA ንገረን. What is ETA, the first one?
So ETA, funny enough, we started working on location-based systems.
Okay.
So understand ማድረግ ያለብን ነገር አንድ system, it's all about ምን technologies ወይ ደግሞ what component is important for that technology.
Sure.
ለምሳሌ Uber ምንድነው important, the most important ነገር የምትለው, it's a calculation, of course, the quick calculation of similar መኪና እዛ አካባቢ ያለው ወይ ከዚህ ሰውዬ ጋር ላገናኘው ያ ይሄ ማለት ሎኬሽን ቤዝ ሲስተም ላይ ጎበዝ መሆን ማለት ነው። ሶ የዛኔ ያን ስንሰራ why not ኢትዮጵያ የዛኔ ኬንያ ምናምን የትም ሀገር አልነበረም ራይት ያለኝ እዛ somehow ደግሞ ትንሽ ያለብኝ ችግር ነው የሆነ environment ውስጥ ካስቀመጥከኝና እሱን ካየው እኔ ኮሪያ ነበር I didn't think Ethiopia would be far off ያላሰብኩም በኢንተርኔት ስፒድ በምናምን honestly ነው ማለት ስለዚህ we build the system ቀራሴ ቢልድ አድርግ ብዬ የዛኔ ነኝ ያመንኩት couple of people we built እኔ ላብ ውስጥ የነበሩ አብረን ቢልድ አደረግን ባክ ኤንዱን አፑን ሙሉ ነገር ኢታ ገና እዛ ያለን ነው ላውንች ያደረግነው 2014 አካባቢ ነው አፑ ወደ አፕ ስቶር ላይ እንትን ተደረገ እዚህ መጥቼ ለረፍት አይቶጁ ቦቢ ነገር መስራት አለብን ከዛ በኋላ ብቻ we started pushing it እዚህ ሀገር መጣው እንደመጣው አርብ ዕለት መጣው of course መጣው ከጓደኞቼ ጋር ተጫወትን ጆሊ መጣ ከዛ በኋላ ሰኞ ዕለት ላይሰንስ አወጡ ድርጅት እስካሁን ድረስ ስሙ by the way ኢታ ሶሉሽንስ PLC
What does that stand for?
Ethiopian taxi ነበር ኢታ so ያ ነበር የኔ ቪዥን እና ስንጀምር እኔ አንዳንዴ ወደ ኋላ ሳይ እስካሁን ድረስ እዚህ ሀገር እንዴት እንዳለው ግራ ነው የሚገባኝ because the war that we had to face in every corner ከመጀመሪያ ከታክሲዎች ጀምሮ so you need cabs አይደል መጀመሪያ ኢንፍራስትራክቸር ያስፈልጋል ኮል ሴንተር so ኮል ሴንተር ከቴሌ ወጣ ይዛል ከኬሌ 8707 ሚል ስልክ አወጣን በቃ ዲሳን አፑን ሰርቨር ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ ይዛኔ ሆስት የሚባል ነገር ወፍ ነው so ውጭ ሀገር ነው ሆስት የተደረገው so ኢንፍራስትራክቸር ዋይዝ ማውራ ነገር ይሄን ለከጨረስ በኋላ ታክሲዎች መምጣት አለባቸው ታክሲዎች ይዛኔ ስማርትፎን ማለት ታሪክ ከዛ ደግሞ የጠሩ አዋርድ ይሸልሙናል ኢኖቬሽን የተባለው ማለት ነው ኤቭሪዌር ይሸልማለን ከዛ ቴክኖ ሞባይል እና ንግዛሽ ስልክ ብለን ስታርታፕ ነን አስተው ማንም የለም እኔና አምቢ my partner
Yes, your partner.
በቃ አብረን እንግዛ ተባለና አብረን ገዛን ስልክ ለ30 ታክሲዎች ታየን ዓለምን ስለውጥ 30 ታክሲዎች አብሮ ይሰራሉ ሲባል ከቀረጥ ነፃ የገቡ ታክሲዎች አሉ ሰማን እየመጡ ነው መንግስት ታክሲዎችን ለመለወጥ ለ1000 ታክሲዎች ቀረጥ ነፃ ሎካል አዳዎች ምንድን በለ ቶም ኤንድ ጄሪ ነው መጫወት ጀመርነው ስልክ ሰጣቸዋለን የመጣውን ጥሪ ከክላይንት እንዲያነሱ 10 ጊዜ ነው ምንደውለው በ10 ከንቱ so we can get this thing rolling ከዛ እነዚህ ታክሲዎች ሊመጡ ነው ሲባል ኦኬ ብለን እናወራቸው ስንባል እነሱም በቃ the pretty girl in town ነውና አይሆንም ምናምን ማለት ጀመሩ ዳራ ባካቸው ይሄን ስራ በቃ አሉ ከዛ ገና አልመጣም ታክሲው በማህበር ነው መንግስት ያደራጃቸው so መንግስት ያደራጃቸው ማህበር አደራጃቸውና እንዴት እንደተደራጁ ማን ስራ አስኪያጁን ማን ይምራው የለም ከነሱ መሃል ያለ ሰው ነው የሚመራው ማህበሩ ስለዚህ እንዴት እንግባባው ከዛ በዚህ መሃል መንግስት ምን ማድረግ ጀመረ የሜትር ታክሲ ዋጋ ላወጣ ስለሆነ የራሳቸው ሪሰርች አምጡ ተባሉ
ምን ማለት ነው የራሳቸው
ዋጋ ማለት ነው መነሻ ዋጋ ስንት ይሁን በኪሎ ሜትር ስንት ይሁን አሁን እኛ ተፈላጊ ሆነን ለምን ያው ሚጽፍ ያስፈልጋል ትንሽ አናሊሲስ ያስፈልጋል
ሳይንስ
ያስፈልጋል አሁን መጡ ተመልሶ አሁን በኔ ሜዳ ሆነ አወረው እኔ ነበር የሚሄዱ ካልተፈራረማችሁ ምናምን ብለን ሲሄዱ ዋጋ ሲያቀርቡ በማህበር አለ የተበታተኑት ዋጋ ሲያቀርቡ አንድ አይነት መኪና ያስመጡለት ማህበሮች የተለያየ ዋጋ ያቀርባሉ ለመንግስት this is the first time by the way anybody is hearing about this ማንም ሰምቶት የማያውቅ ነገር ነው ነገር መንግስት ያቀርበው ዋጋ 8 ብር በኪሎ ሜትርና 6 ብር ለአቫንዞቹ 8 ብር ለሊፋኖቹ 6 ብር አቀረበው ከዛ እኔ I did my calculation ገባኝ የቱ ጋር እንደሆነ ለምን የመንግስት ካልኩሌሽን ልክ ነው by the way የወጣው መጀመሪያ ቁጥሮቹ ናቸው መለወጥ ያለበት ለምሳሌ ምን ቁጥሮቹ 3 ቁጥር ዲፕሪሺየሽን የተደመረበት ዋጋ per kilometer የተደመረበት ዋጋና profit margin ሶስቱ ከተስተካከለ ቁጥሩ ያድጋል ስለዚህ ታክሲዎቹ ነገርኳቸው ማህበሮቹ እናንተ ለሁሉም ከምትጨቃጨቁ ሶስቱ ነጥብ ላይ ፎከስ አድርጋችሁ ፋይት አድርጉ ከዛ 13 ብርና 10 ብር ነው በእኛ ምክንያት 13 ብር 10 ብር የኛ ሪሰርች መንግስት አክሴፕት አደረገ ከታክሲዎች ጋር መስራት ጀመረ የዘን ይሄ ፌቨር በመስራት እነሱም ደግሞ ከኛ ጋር መስራት ጀመሩ ሞባይል መኒ ፔመንት አልነበረም የዛኔ ከዳሽን ባንክና ከፈጣን ጋር ፓርትነር አድርገን ፕሪፔድ ካርድ አወጣን ይሄ ደግሞ ምን ሰጠ መሰለ ቦቢሻ የኮርፖሬት ክላይንቱን GIZ all this foreign companies AU ምናምን የኛን ታክሲ ብቻ መጠቀም ጀመሩ ለምን transparency of payment ነበር
what is that
meaning card አንታውን የኛ let's say ጆሊ የኛ ክላይንት ቢሆን ለጆሊ ፕሪፔድ ካርድ እንሰጣለን every time you use our cab use that ከዛ ትራንስፓረንት የሆነ ቢል ስናደርግ ክሊር የሆነ ነገር ነው ከመፈራረም rather than አደግን በጣም ማደግ ጀመሩ we became big ከ80 በላይ ኮርፖሬት ክላይንቶች የኛ ሲስተም መጠቀም ጀመሩ ታክሲዎቹም ሰላም መስራት ጀመሩ ነው ዘማል ሌላ እንደኛ አይነት ካምፓኒዎች መምጣት ጀመሩ for the first time in the world ማለት ነው that mayor and deputy mayor ነበር actually deputy mayor እና የትራንስፖርት ኃላፊ ነበር ኡበራይዜሽንን ኮንትሮል ያደርግ ነበር አይቶልም 3 ቁጥር ይመጣል የኛም ቢሮ እየመጡ ያሽጉ ነበር ባይደው ጧት ከዴቨሎፐሮች ጋር አይለኛ ቁርስ ጋብዣቸው አይለኛ አይዲያ ይዘን ልንሰራ ቢሮ ስንል ተዘግቷል ቢሮ ታሽጓል 3 ቁጥር ትሰራላችሁ በሚል ማለት ነው 3 ቁጥር ካብ ከሰራ ታክስ ትንሽ ከፍ ይላል ግን ትሰራለህ አንድ ቁጥር ከሆነ ፌር ፕራይስ ነው you know that down the hill ሄደና ከዛ wow that's why we stopped Italy but ምክንያት it was regulations and so many all around problems
and then there's another company also that I mean you keep starting so many things and then there's Zmall there's Zmall which is the beginning አውርቻለሁ which is a food delivery system Lenny food delivery and grocery ምጠቀመው ነው it is the most reliable honestly no the most reliable Ethiopia ውስጥ ምጠቀመው Zmall so tell me about Zmall
so Zmall funny story everything that I do is funny story so when we started Zmall I was angry with Ita by the way we're pursuing Ita you'll be the first one to know very soon we're relaunching it in a different name of course but so I decided why not buy electric bikes and start Zmall we already have the platform because both of them have similar components the location based system that's what it is the rest is just algorithms added together so Zmall was ready like why not so I bought electric bikes thinking I would be green
so you invested
a lot
and
I didn't tell my partner I didn't tell nobody I just went and bought 10 bikes there was one assembly guy I thought he was healthy back then I bought the first e-bikes into that then with Zmall I learned so I became very selective I started working with only Pizza Hut the reason I signed with them and I worked only with them for 4 months was purchasing power and clients ለመያዝ because restaurant መጨመር ለሚፈልጉት because the next person I'll hire restaurant ሁሉም restaurant መመዝገብ ይችላል ግን I have to give him a weapon ሌላ restaurant ሄዶ ሲያወራ why would I sign with you ሲለ you have to tell them because I have purchasing power and client አለኝ ካልክ ሁሉም ሰው ይፈርማል ግን ደግሞ እኔ I wanted to open categories ወደ ጎን ነበር መስራት የፈለኩት ሸዋ ሱፐርማርኬት ለማሳመን took me 6 months
really
delivery እንዲጀምሩ ማለት ነው 6 ወር
ለነሱ የሚጠቅማቸው ነገር
yes so horizontal ያለ የሚያደግነው ብዙ ሬስቶራንት ማብዛት ምናምን አለ ካቴጎሪዝ ነው የከፈትነው እሱ ስናደርግ በጣም አድርገን ጀመረ ከዛ የሆነ ሳለ በጣም አድጎ ራሳችን ሊያጠፋን ነበር ከኋላ አውቶሜትድ አለመሆናችን
everyone jumped yours
ሴትልመንት ማድረስ ነበረበት በየሳምንቱ አካውንታት ቁጭ ብሎ ይደምራል እና አስቡ ላንተ ስተዘቀለም ነው አፕጣጣ አድርገህ ታዛለህ ከኋላ ለሬስቶራንት ሴትልመንት ነው እዛኔ ነው የጀመርኩት ቢዝነስ አውቶሜሽን የራሴን ችግር ስፈታ ነው ለሰው መድኃኒት መሆን የጀመርኩት
when you say automate I mean any which agar ሲሄድ automate is they have a system there that just tells them ገብቷል የሚል it's not a call ምናምን
እሱም already ነበረን እሱም አልሰራም ቦቢ ትልቁ ችግር የሆነው ምንድነው መሰለ የኛ cancellation rate is huge ይሄ ደግሞ የተፈጠረው ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ አንድ በርገር ቤት ስታዝ ኢንቨንተሪው ስለማያቆሱም burger patty ያለቀ ይባላል በርገሩ ከታዘዘ በኋላ ገብቷል so we had to be in the inventory as well ይሄን ነገር ደግሞ የኛ መርቸንቶች ሊሰሩት አይችሉም እኛ we have merchants ትንሽ የቤት ሆኖ በሳምንት 2 ሚሊዮን ብር ምናምን ያገኛል ከኛ do you understand what I'm trying to say
absolutely
so እነዚህ ሰዎች አውቶሜት ማድረግ አለብን ብዬ that's honestly speaking the whole company is based on solving problems the rest is detailed ብለን የምናስበው that's why we're growing exponentially recently South Sudan እየከፈትን ነው next week I'm flying out to South Sudan inaugurate ለማድረግ so we're expanding to other African countries as well now Zmall ደግሞ we have so many options አሁን በቅርብ የጀመረው ነገር አለ ምግብ የኛ ሬስቶራንት ፓርትነሮች I hope they don't mind or they don't complain I'm sure they won't complain ግን የፕራይስ አፕዴቱ በጣም of course ከላይፍ ኢንፍሌሽን ጋር አብሮ ጨመረ so we just started አሁን ምሳቃ ዴሊቨሪ የራስን ምሳ ከቤት 6 ሰዓት ላይ እናመጣለን
1-800-FLOWERS የሚባል ዌብሳይት ነበር this is ገና ኢንተርኔት የተጀመረ ያለ የዛሬ ታበት I was in college I had a crush on this girl I remember the first advertisement that I saw on 1-800-FLOWERS we will deliver flowers anything you want below website ነበረው of teddy bears pendants whatever flowers to deliver right
yes
I remember thinking that's so fascinating yeah, I swear to you
I know what you mean
so I went on the website and I delivered flowers and a teddy bear to a crush that I had
I see
and he's like I see so you are that company now
yeah
you really are
especially you know I'm laughing Valentine's Day the amount of flowers going out from the orders it's crazy I do it's crazy not how people we didn't promote that much in the States or in diaspora ጋር ብዙ ፕሮሞት አላደረግም እና ደግሞ the retention rate is 100% ከውጭ ሆኖ especially አመት በዓል ላይ ሲደርስ a lot of people easy ነው ገብቷል ማስተርካርድ አለ ወይም ነው ቪዛ ካርድ you can pay directly ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ ነው ገንዘቡ የሚገባው by the way we're not even not companies do this a lot of companies you will use Stripe ውጭ ሀገር አካውንታቸው ውስጥ ሊገባ you can track everything ያዘዝከው ነገር ደረሰ አልደረሰም the same quality ነው አይደለም አንዴ ብቻ ነው የተበላሸብን በግ ጀምረን በግ እኛ በግ ምናደርስ መስሎታል ሰው ቀጠነው ፈረ የሚባል ሲባል
so still በግ ታደርሳላችሁ ግን አንዳንዱ ወይ ቀጠነ ወፈረ
ሱራታል ያማጋሩ ነው በግ ያቀርበልኝ እንደመጣው so that was the problem good
so
after that flower Valentine's Day I was shocked sema we get orders non-stop people ordering the lovers people they care about here እና ደግሞ በጣም ብዙ ጊዜ ደግሞ for mom birthday for your mom for anybody you see how the idea came about and I was abroad when I was abroad ከፋሚሊ ጋር ማውራት ትንሽ ኢሞሽናሊ እንትን ያመጣባል እኔ አሁን ከ11 ሰዓት ጠዋት ቤቴ እገባለሁ 5 ሰዓት ላይ ተነስቼ መልሼ ላብራቶሪ ነበርኩ በቃ ይሄ ነበር ኑሮ we used to do so many things because በጣም ፑሽ እናደርግ ነበርና እዚህ ሰዓት ላይ አሁን ቤተሰብ ስታወራ ትንሽ ኢሞሽናል ትሆናለህ so 5 ደቂቃ 30 ደቂቃ ካዝነኝ ከማወራው $5 ምሳ ብልክለት እሱም ደስተኛ ነው እኔም ደስተኛ ነኝ በ10 ደቂቃ ኮንፈረንሴሽን እንገላገላለን በቃ አይደል እሱን አስቤ ነው ያደረኩትና I came up with the idea and the idea በጣም ፕሮፐር አደረገ ከማስበው በላይ አሁን ባንክስ በጣም ደስተኛ ናቸው ለምን ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ ነው ገንዘቡ የሚመጣው ውጭ ሀገር ለምን ውጭ ሀገር እንዲቀመጥ አደርጋለሁ ገብቷል yes ዶላሩ ውጭ ሀገር ሊጠቅም ይችላል ነው whatever ግን that doesn't make sense
okay
I'm here but my company is named Ethiopian Taxi because we want to change this country
people want to trust what you're selling and
yes.
so when they diaspora's watching and they're like I will deliver your flowers I'll deliver your bug I'll deliver everything
because
I'm your friend but that's the minor can they trust it how can they trust it
100% that's why we use local banks we have the ability to refund if there's any problems now the thing you have to understand is trust is the core of businesses how you trusted me with your company I have your info you trusted me because I have some sort of credibility
yeah
Zmall ደግሞ ነገር there were people asking me ወንድሜ ጓደኞች የቤተሰብ ጓደኞች they were asking me የሆነት እኮ ይመጣል መሰለኝም ነበር ይላል በዚህ ሙላዙ
really
yes why would I be in my office at 5 a.m. in the morning unless this is happening they haven't trusted ደግሞ የፈጠር ነው traceability ያለው እኛ ጋር ስታዝ accepted,
So,
prepared, delivered, you can track the motorbike. The system is there right
if they do not get it, you will take full responsibility and you will refund anything if they say aldarasaynya.
Automatically.
Huh?
Automatically. Personally, we will refund anything that's not delivered. But to begin with, we will deliver everything that's ordered. Everything. That's guaranteed. That's why we're here. That's why we work. That's why we work. Because I want my thing delivered to me. Not only people to trust our company, but, you know, merchants to be excited. Because there are people, there are small burger places. And maybe soon bar mutakal burger besello.
Yeah, 100%.
That make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And they so sustainable ሆኗል እኛ ስላለን. I want to help these people.
Yeah.
ነገ ከነ ወደ branch እንዲከፍቱ ምናምን. Do you understand? That's what we want. We want to create an ecosystem that feeds each other. ክላይንቱም በስነ ስርዓት ምግብ ይደርስለታል፣ አምራቹም በስነ ስርዓት ያመርታል፣ ኳሊቲ ላይ ማምረት ይጀምራል፣ ፓኬጂንግ ላይ በጨነቅ ይጀምራል። Do you understand? Payment wise digital ይከፍላል። ዲጂታል አሁን ለምሳሌ ኢትዮ ቴሌኮም ሱፐር አፕ ላይ የመጀመሪያ አፕ ዚሞል we create the biggest transactions ለነሱ because እኛ ፑሽ ስላደረግን ነው ዲጂታል ትራንዛክሽን መሆን አለበት ብለን ትረስት የኛ ክላይንት ትረስት እንዳለው አሳይቶናል። ይሄን ግን ኔሽን ዋይድ ማዞር አለብን።
Education to me, I feel like, is the next phase. Like, why does not the government see people like you and they realize we have to invest in this? Like, you are the future. By the way, Yenitan Nashnante, good? I'm going to put it out there. I am so excited about people like you. If I was an audience watching you as an Ethiopian, AI, man, technology, Sitaura, I'm excited. I'm like, wow, let's invest in people like this guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this brother right here. Good. Why do you think in Africa, I'm not even going to say Ethiopia, why don't they do that for people like you that have put in that?
So let me tell you a surprising thing. Jitex የሚባል show አለ. One of the biggest shows, 42 years old, run ያደረገ show ነው. We were selected as the #1 IT company in Ethiopia. Pitch competition.
Is this the one you went to Dubai? You were doing
Dubai,
it in, right? Yeah.
Dubai ደግሞ semi-finalist ነበሩ. There were so many ideas. There was a company. So finalist ሆነና finalists there was an idea. I swear, the idea will never make sense. It won't. The way I see it. Maybe I'm
explain.
So the idea is your carbon emission as a company. ለምሳሌ ቀስተለምና አልመሰል. This is my favorite company. የዛን carbon emission ወስደን ለባንክ collateral ወይ ደግሞ trustworthiness value ማድረግ ማለት ነው. The world cares about carbon emission. አገሮች carbon emit ስለማያደርጉ ገንዘብ ይሰጣቸዋል። ያን company level ማውረድ ነው. Which will never work. Total sustainability የሚባል ነገር አፍሪካ አልነካንም። አሁን ነው ሙቭመንት ያለው throughout Africa, which I love, like pan Africanism እና የሚባል ነገር እና I said ጀጆ ነበር ካጠገበና I told ማሸነፍ አለባት because the pitch deck, her pitch deck was amazing. A presentation ማለት ነው right ገብቷል እና ሁሌ ስታርታፖች ቀደም ያልከው ነገር ነው resonate ማድረግ አሁን a lot of people talk big games ግን መሬት ይልዝ pitch deck እንደዛ መሆን አለበት ኢንቨስትመንት ሲፈለግ your pitch deck has to be crazy enough that an idea like that have to win than an idea with track record. I swear to God አንደኛ ዱባይ ተሸለመችው I told the judge also መሸለም አለበት her pitch deck was out of the world. So pitch deck important ነው ብዬ ማስበው you know why I said that because ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ አሁን ለምሳሌ አንድ ኢንቨስተር ኢንቨስት ለማድረግ how much you market that is more important than your product idea. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? አሁን የኛ idea, I'm telling you, I heard from a prominent Ethiopia ውስጥ ኢንቨስት ያደርጋል IT ላይ ከሚባል ሰው የሰሞኑን ነገር Tamil likes to do everything himself. I told you my story. I like to do everything myself because there were no other company እኛ በምናስበው level የሚሰራ ግን if we market it ourselves ብለን እዚህ ነው ምናምን ብለን እናደርግ ነው a lot of people come.
Do you like to do everything yourself because you feel like no one else is doing it right? Are you a perfectionist?
I am. Guilty. It's charged. Okay. That's why your company loves me. Because I care. ለምሳሌ my ERP clients imagine some of our clients have heavy transactions,
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, trust in line. I like to see how everything is executed perfectly.
You know,
Again, when it comes to startups, and I've been on these days, people ask me, "Hey, mentor, hey, startup." I tell them, "Enable him to, enable him to, including the technology support." Yeah, I never get that chance. ግን ደግሞ አንድ ነገር መስጠት አልፈልግም because እኛ ራሳችን ማርኬት ብናደርግ rather than developing our products, we probably get funds and we raise money, but we would not be as independent as we are today.
Yeah.
But that's to think freely. ያ ነገር አይኖርም ነበር። ለዛ ነው ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ አሁን አይተህ ከሆነ ይሄ በደንብ ራሱ የሚያጮህ ስታርታፕ ነው ፈንድ የሚደረገው። Well, there are startups that make sense, that are making a huge difference.
Yeah.
እነሱ ከመስማማታቸው በፊት እንዴት ምን ሆነ መሰለህ ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ አሁን የማየው ነገር ስታርታፕስ ቦቢ እንመጥቼ ቦቢ እዚህ ቀስተ ደመና እዚህ ነገር ላይ ኢንቨስት መደረግ አለበት ብለህ ምንድን ነው የምትለው ልጅ ብለህ የምትጠይቀኝ ጥያቄ ሰሜ ስለነገረኝ ልስማቸው ብለህ ልጆቹን ልሰማቸው ትችላለህ ግን አይዲያቸው ሰኝ ይሰጣሉ አትሰማቸው ሰማን ይሄ ነው ችግር ነው ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ there are few people like ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ I hate saying this ግን ፈንድ ለማግኘት ራሱ to raise money እንደዚህ ሞል አሁን we never try to raise money by the way ዞር ዞር ለማለት አልሞከርንም now we're going to raise money we will our numbers make sense
Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
5 years from now possibly I'm Ruish Kalagina Kagabo possibly
Wait, first of all I got to rewind. You're not married?
No.
No?
Yes.
Why? Lemon. Yeah, but I'm sorry. Tasrahal?
I don't know. By the way, funny enough, high school my wasn't perfect. I don't want to explain myself to anybody. Lemon takes time. So again, yes, I don't know. Somehow I feel like I'm responsible for a lot of lives. Let me sort of.
ብዙ ሰራተኞች አሉ ካንተ ሰራቃለሁ.
I have a lot of genius partners. And these ሰራተኞች አሉ partners ናቸው. Again, in 5 years, I would love to see, because in a plain level field, there will just be
like you on a personal level for your business. What drives you?
Like someone has to find that out. I don't know what, because I'm always driven.
Yeah.
Not only driven to find new things, but driven to perfection. One thing that I see that is so amazing is that people are still willing to go. Enjoy Zmall and all that, right? Because I'm like in the innovation and how people think. And whenever I see a staff being happy, or my motorbike drivers are willing to drive a bike, not for them. The benefit they get is different. Then for the company sustainable one, because I care more about delivering the idea or the item to a person rather than losing money over this. Do you understand? Yeah, that drives me. Now, whenever I see a company like Castellamana, tens of hundreds of thousands of transactions, I want to analyze that data. I want to make sense. That's my drive me.
Tell me, لتأيك عند ملكت بينورة ل young entrepreneurs and engineers, tech people like you, to change this country in a positive way and habt dinoro through technology. What is your advice to? There's a lot of genius kids. What would it be? What would it be?
To begin with, work on make sure your product is unique. You have to make sure you master a level of, like, a product needs a lot of things. For my developer friends out there, there's MVC, there's model, view, control. That's how you build a product. There's model, control, view, database. That's how you build a product. For my IT people that want to create something, make sure your product is unmatched, unbeatable. After that, never listen to the first investor. Don't. If you need IT help, if you need help in guidance in IT, I am here for you. In front of his show, it's my best friend's show, which I want to help. I will help you myself. IT guarantee with softwares and everything. For free. We'll give you that 100%. Definitely we'll put a way to register that on his website. It'll be a, socio-economic impact. I'll put it on your website. But people can apply any choice that any software that we see is independent that we have to help, we'll do it. We will do it 100%. We will do softwares, we'll help you. Again, don't never stop believing. Don't.
You know, what is amazing about this show is you don't know, in this way, brilliant people. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for our show. Thank you to our guest, Temesgen Gebrehiwot, founder of so many tech companies. And this is what this show is about. Talking to real people, having a few drinks, and having real conversations. Thank you for tuning in to Dink Mishit. This is Dink. Peace.